Welcome to the HHSAPSEMINAR talk show. I'm your host Grayson, and on this lovely morning we will be discussing extracurricular activities in high school. So today we have many experts on this topic that I will be discussing with. First off, we have Abigail Edwards joining us today. Come on in, Abigail.
Hey Grayson, thanks for having me.
No problem, Abby. I know you're an expert on how music helps one's ability to learn. How do you believe having music classes in schools, such as chorus or band, helps students?
Well, Grayson, according to the National Association for Music Education, people who have experience of music performance or appreciation towards music tend to score higher on the SAT test. One report indicates 63 points higher on verbal and 44 points higher on math for students in music-based courses. Student musicians are always using their memory in order to perform something. The skill of memorization can serve students beneficially in education and completely beyond that. Students who use musical instruments can essentially improve their hand-eye coordination. People can develop motor skills when playing different types of music. Students who have early music training will develop areas of the brain related to language and also reasoning. The left side of the brain is developed with music and song that can imprint reasoning, imprint spatial intelligence, which allows them to see the world accurately and tend to create mental pictures in their mind. Spatial intelligence is helpful towards advanced mathematics and etc. According to the U.S. News, a study by Virginia Penhew at Concordia University shows that music training produces lasting changes in motor ability and brain structure. Nina Cross, a cognitive neuroscientist at Northwestern University, released a study that students who took music lessons at a young age can process sound and speech faster than those who did not, even if they haven't picked up an instrument in 40 years. Children and even adults who play an instrument for 30 minutes a week over the course of over a year, they have highly developed brains.
Wow, so arts programs are really beneficial towards kids' performances in school and are improving their learning ability. Thank you for joining us today, Abby.
Thank you for having me.
Now time for a segment I like to call Pick a Random Person in the Audience. Raise your hand if you want to join me up here for a game called Arts Programs.
Me.
Yes, you, not the pink one, the one next to the pink one.
Oh. Hi, I'm Claudia Sutton.
Hi, Claudia. Okay, so here's the deal. I'm going to ask you some questions, and I want you to tell me if it's true or false.
Sounds great.
During the 1990-2000 school year, 20% of schools offered dance and theater-based classes to take for students. But in the 2009 through 2010 school year, only 5% of schools created funds for dance classes, and only 5% taught theater classes.
False. Only 3% of schools created funds for dance classes and 4% taught theater classes. According to Valeria Metla, who has 2 degrees in regional studies and international criminal justice.
Correct! Next statement. California schools ranked among the best before 1978 were passed by Prop 13.
That's true. Prop 13 protected property owners from high taxes, thus decreasing school funding and education in art for schools.
Correct! With decreased school funding, arts programs suffered a heavy blow and many students did not have access to classes such as art and theater. True or false? Funds have been cut in over 50% of U.S. school districts since the year 2010. The very first programs to go are often related to music, art, and foreign language.
Is it true?
It's false. Based off information from the U.S. News, funds have actually been cut in over 80% of the U.S. school districts since the year 2008. And it's true that the very first programs to go are often related to art, music, and foreign language.
So this shows that people are not actually recognizing how much art-related courses are being taken away from schools.
Exactly. Thank you for your participation, Claudia. Now, if you don't mind, go take a seat. The funding for arts programs and athletic programs have a huge range between them. According to an article in the Marquee called Unfair Funding, Arts versus Athletics, the athletic budget is separate from the budget set aside for arts programs. Based off data from the CNBC News, a $60 million state-of-the-art high school football stadium that seats 18,000 people, the money being approved by the voters in the referendum, opened this past summer in Allen, Texas. During the shoe company called New Balance paid $500,000 last year to help clean up an already existing high school football stadium in Gloucester, Massachusetts, also getting the stadium's naming rights. Also, according to CNBC News last summer, the New York City public school system handled a 2-year, $500,000 contract with the MSG Varsity Network to broadcast many different types of high school athletic events that were occurring. Based on this data I provided for you, you can see that athletics gain a lot of funding money versus art programs funding money. Let's hear some more information from an expert on this topic. Come on out, Ella.
Hey everyone!
So Ella, tell us more about the arts program's decreasing budget.
According to Marina Fang, who is Associate Politics Editor of the Huffington Post, Chicago Public Schools had a downfall in arts education when it led over 1,000 teachers as a result to a recent decision to close over 50 schools. Among the most affected areas was art education. About 10% of teachers let go taught the subjects of art and or music. Adding on to data provided by Marina Fang, Philadelphia City School was recently dealing with a $304 million budget shortfall by totally eliminating funding of art and music programs that were being taught. According to Valeria Melta, budget cuts were regular in schools all over the U.S., with over 95% of students that attend specific schools with reduced budgets. As athletics are gaining more money and a significant amount of attention from society, the art programs are slowly decreasing their funding and lacking support from faculty and students as well as members of the community.
I have an intelligent solution to this problem. One way that the arts programs can gain more revenue is to increase the amount of events and fundraising activities that they do. Aside from district funding, an organization can get money by making their cause known in community activities. Also, schools should be able to closely regulate the amount of money that is spent on certain after-school activities.
Thank you for your insight, but that's about all the time we have for today. Make sure to tune in next week on #APSeminar for more interesting stories. Good night, everyone.